raised in one of the coldest neighborhoods in Brooklyn, abandoned by his father at the age of 11, with no explanations and no goodbyes. He shot his elder brother for stealing his jewelry at the age of 12. Today, he owns champagne, streaming platforms, and a sports empire. If you still don't know who this is, let me refresh your memory with this hit. I'm talking about Jay-Z, the greatest of all time. Couldn't get a single record label to sign him. A 12-year-old kid with no direction, but chooses to be different. Welcome to the Then and Now educational series of Celebrity Life History, where we dive deep into the lives of the biggest celebrities in the world, who they were, and what they've been building in between. Mind you, this video is for educational purposes only. It will teach you a lot about life, business, and how to navigate life, drawing inspiration from people who have been through the ups and downs to achieve success. Make sure you subscribe because this series is only getting started. We've got a lot of names coming up that are going to surprise you. December 4th, 1969, Brooklyn, New York. Shawn Corey Carter was born, the youngest of 4 kids to Gloria Carter and Agnes Reeves. Growing up in the Marcy Projects in Brooklyn, life was not easy. Marcy was one of those places where the odds were stacked against you before you even got old enough to understand what odds were against you. When Jay-Z was 11 years old, his father walked out without a warning or goodbye. He just left without looking back. That abandonment followed Jay-Z for decades. He was hurt and betrayed as a child. He navigated life on his own without a father. At 12, he shot his own brother for stealing his jewelry, but he survived. Through his teens, he was selling crack to survive. That was survival for him because he only looked up to himself. No father to guide him through at that young age. Little Jay-Z can't be blamed for his actions because he was a young man doing what the environment around him told him was the only option, the only way to survive. And here's the part I like. That same artist who was rejected has gone on to release 14 #1 albums. 1996, alongside his partners Damon Dash and Kareem, they co-founded Roc-A-Fella Records. It is simply saying, if the industry won't open the door, build your own house. That same year, they released his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. And that album is a masterclass. It's raw, it's vivid, it's honest. It's a young man painting a picture of the life he lived with no filter and no apology. Critics loved it. The culture respected it. And slowly, very slowly, people started paying attention. By the early 2000s, Jay-Z wasn't just a rapper. He was the rapper, the standard, the benchmark. If you wanted to talk about the greatest of all time, his name was in the conversation, always. He painted and owned the canvas. This man has 24 Grammy Awards. He has been nominated more than any other artist in Grammy history, with over 88 nominations. He's had 14 Billboard #1 albums. He has sold over 100 million records worldwide. That is beyond amazing, from a tough neighborhood to becoming a billionaire. He did it on his own without a father. This story is getting even better. One would have expected him to live a lavish lifestyle, but he saved every penny and co-founded Rocawear, a clothing brand generating hundreds of millions of dollars yearly. He eventually sold it for $204 million. In 2008, he launched Roc Nation, a full entertainment company covering music, sports, films, and philanthropy. Jay-Z wasn't just winning, he was creating systems for other people to win inside of. And then he fell in love. You can't tell the story of Jay-Z without talking about Beyoncé. The two had been in each other's orbits for years, collaborating, running in the same circles. They quietly began dating in the early 2000s, and on April 4th, 2008, they got married in a private ceremony in New York. Together, they are arguably the most powerful couple in entertainment history. 2 icons, 2 empires, 1 family. In 2012, their daughter Blue Ivy Carter was born, and she immediately became the most famous baby in the world. At just 9 years old, Blue Ivy became the youngest Grammy winner in history, winning for her contribution to her mother's song Brown Skin Girl. In 2017, Beyoncé announced she was pregnant with twins. Rumi and Sir Carter arrived that June, completing a family of 5. But it hasn't always been perfect. Beyoncé's album Lemonade in 2016 shook the world with lyrics and visuals that pointed directly at infidelity. Jay-Z addressed it head-on in his own album in 2017, where he was more vulnerable than he had ever been publicly. He spoke about cheating, about his father, about therapy, about generational trauma. It was a side of Jay-Z that the world had never seen before, and somehow it made people respect him even more. Now the question is, where is Jay-Z and what is he up to? In Jay-Z's recent interview, he talked about how the false rape accusations almost destroyed him. He further stressed that he was broken and it took a lot to clear his name.
It was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred. With all we in a space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
He is 54 years old, and he is not slowing down, not even close. In 2019, Forbes officially declared Jay-Z a billionaire, making him the first rapper in history to reach that milestone. His wealth is estimated at over $2.5 billion as of recent reports. The kid from Marcy Projects is now influencing the biggest entertainment event in America every single year. Now at 54, what is Jay-Z focused on? Please kindly double tap on your screen right now to like this video to help it get to other people. Jay-Z is now 54 years old with 3 kids and a beautiful wife. He has somehow achieved so much for himself, but here is what the rap legend is currently focused on. He's been vocal about criminal justice reform, about economic empowerment in Black communities, about making sure the next generation of artists and entrepreneurs has access to the tools and opportunities he had to fight for. Through Rock Nation's Team Rock initiative, he's funded legal battles for wrongfully convicted individuals, advocated for police reform, and invested in communities that look like the one he grew up in. Jay-Z is no longer just building for himself. He's building for what comes after him. From the Marcy Projects to a billion-dollar empire. From a kid who couldn't get a record deal to a man who changed what it means to be a rapper, a businessman, a father, and a force. Let's talk about something more important, something that applies to you. There are so many lessons buried in this story, and one of them is your environment is not your destiny or destination. You have to decide that. Jay-Z grew up in a place that had already written the ending for him before he was old enough to read. Being abandoned by his father traumatized him. He needed to be a father and a young boy at the same time, guide his steps while providing his needs. That alone is a big trauma, and yet he scaled through. Everything around him was pointing toward one outcome. And here's what I want you to understand. He didn't escape Marcy because he was lucky. He didn't make it out because someone came and rescued him. He made a decision repeatedly, quietly, stubbornly, that the story his environment was telling about him was not the final word. You might not be from a housing project. But I guarantee you there is something in your life that has been writing a story about you that you didn't author. A family that told you what you were capable of. A setback that made you feel like the window had closed. A version of yourself that you've been told to be realistic about. Shawn Carter's life is proof that you are not required to accept that narrative. Record labels rejected him. Every door closed. And instead of that being the conclusion of his story, it became the setup for the most important decision he ever made. He stopped asking for permission and built his own table with his friends. Rockefeller Records didn't just change Jay's life, it changed the entire architecture of how artists could think about ownership and independence in the music industry. The no that broke his heart might have been the most important yes of his entire life. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty legacy. Build something that outlasts you. Jay-Z started building for people who aren't born yet. And that is the highest level of success. That is the story of Jay-Z, then and now. This is just episode 1 of the Then and Now series, and we are just getting started. Drop in the comments, who do you want to see next? Because we've got names lined up that are going to blow your mind, and the correct guess gets a shout out in my next upload. If this video hit different, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to hear this story today.
Tomorrow! We got tomorrow!